remembering Philando Castile, 32-year-old black man who worked in a school cafeteria in Minnesota. In 2016, he was driving down the road with his girlfriend and a child in the car. He was pulled over by a police officer for a broken tail light. When the officer arrived and he approached the car window where Castile sat, Philando Castile told the police officer that he had a concealed carry permit and that he had his weapon on him. As he began to give the police officer his ID, even though the police officer prompted him to do so, but as he began to give the police officer his ID by reaching for it, the police officer tells him, "Don't do it, don't touch, don't reach for it, don't touch it." He fired into the car, killing Castile. Jeronimo Yanez, police officer, was panicked. That was his name, by the way. He panicked. He was terrified at the very fact that he shot and killed that man. He made a mistake in judgment. He was not paying attention at all. Body language is everything. Even the common person on the street understands body language. What happened with this police officer that he was not trained sufficiently enough to understand this? The man quietly and politely told the police officer that he had a weapon on him. If he had intended to harm that police officer, he would have not said that. He would have not made that statement. He would have just taken the weapon out and used it. But he told the police officer, which is what you're taught in training, which is what I was taught in training, and anyone carrying concealed is taught in training. That police officer should have known that. But he pulls his service weapon out, fires into the car several times, mortally wounding, fatally wounding Castile, screaming commands into the car where the girlfriend was, panicked, but she had the presence of mind to stream it live on Facebook. And she talked as rationally as she possibly could on Facebook, letting the world know what was transpiring, that they shot and killed her boyfriend for a broken taillight. You could see a child, a small child, exit the vehicle. That child was in the car. Did the police officer not consider that? Did he not consider the passenger in the car as well, possibly shooting them? So, when he called dispatch, he told them what the code was, and then they showed up. They pulled Philando Castile's body out of the vehicle and attempted to perform CPR. Why didn't they do that immediately? Possibly they could have saved him. Who knows? But he had to wait for backup to come to perform CPR. Why did he even attempt to perform CPR in the first place? Because normally when they shoot someone, they leave you lie there until emergency medical shows up. Do you think that he knew that he messed up, and that is why they tried to save his life as some sort of act of valor? He knew he messed up. He knew he made a misjudgment, a miscall, and he murdered a man in cold blood. and then tried to substantiate his argument, saying that the man was pulling for a weapon and that his weapon, his hand was touching his weapon. That's not the case. We know he lied, and he was found not guilty. This is a message to all of us. All police officers are not evil. All police officers are not bad. But there is a substantial amount of them on the force who have been mistrained, undertrained, who have some psychological issues themselves that don't need to be there. Philando Castile, I want your family to know that you will never be forgotten. And the crime that was carried out against you will never be dismissed. It will never be forgotten. You are forever remembered. And we all love you. I'm out.